Yes, it's another beautiful day, as you all know, and it's time to welcome us once again to Viewpoint. Last week, we started the conversation with Dr. Prince Oyedepo on the program, and today we are still going to continue. It has been a very, very interesting session with him, and I'm sure you are all ears to learn more. So come along with us on the program for today. Once again, you are welcome to the program Viewpoint. My name is Bumi Babanumi. So it's a pleasure welcoming Dr. Prince Oyedepo, FCA, to the program for today.
Thanks for having me.
You said you have a lot of achievements. Maybe one or two. Let's know of those achievements.
You know, I can tell you now that it is, in the mouth of everybody in the service of your state, that the fear of Oyaka is the
beginning of wisdom. Well, I've not heard of anyone being brought to book by Oyaka. Maybe.
If you have not heard of that, that means that one, you are not listening to news.
To news.
You are not
because I'm really voicing out what people are saying.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me reveal out some of the achievements of Oyaka. Let's talk about enlightenment.
Okay.
One of the ways by which people can believe in Oyaka is through enlightenment.
Yeah.
It's through education. If government sets up that kind of agency without people believing in it, honestly, they can't achieve anything.
But what is the agency? What is it meant to do?
Let me continue.
All right.
So the first thing the agency embarked on is sensitization. They moved around the entire state. They spoke to the students, spoke to workers, local government workers, civil servants, public servants, traditional rulers, market women and men and women, on the ill effects of corruption.
Of corruption, yeah.
And how they can help agencies to stem the tide of corruption. And they were able to tell them convincingly, and the people embraced them, believed in their conviction, and that encouraged them, to send in petitions. I can tell you, the agency has treated not less than about 600 or 700 petitions.
Wow.
Secures some convictions. At the moment, we have a lot of cases in the court of law. Substantial sum of money have been recovered. Then some contractors have been forced to go back to the field, to carry out abandoned projects or make supplies, for which
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
So they have recorded a lot of, achievements within a space of time. And like I told you, the public trust is already there.
Yeah.
Without that trust, they won't send in petitions. People now believe in Oyaka. And Oyaka has, presence in all the geopolitical zones of Oyo State. They have it in Irua, they have it in Shaki, they have it in Oyo, they have it in Bomosho, they have it in Sei, they have it in Ibadan here. Not only one branch in Ibadan here, about 3 branches in Ibadan here. That is massive. And the staff, are well cultured, they are well trained. Maybe because the reason why some people have not really heard about this is because Oyaka will not embark on media trial. Like my chairman gives respect, for people, integrity and what have you. They are not going to disclose anything until conviction is secured. That's when it becomes, public domain. So, we don't carry out media trial. My chairman, Justice never support.
I think it's a good one. Like it gives the agency integrity.
It gives the agency integrity, and that's why I say, a lot of, other state, anti-graft agencies are coming to Oyaka to learn the way they are doing it. You know, so it has worked for us. You know, and people acknowledge it. You know, we went on a sensation program, you know, a couple of months ago to Anchors. And they told us that, look, you know, whenever someone is invited, you know, to appear, you know, in Oyaka, that person will almost say it.
Just like you said, fear of Oyaka, the beginning of wisdom.
You know, because there is no compromise. You know, so our staff are well trained, they are disciplined. Before they are employed, even when they are employed, you know, we screen them, we continue to screen them. You know, so we know they are people of impeccable character. We know their background. We know everything about them. They can't compromise. You know, and there is no way by which even anything can leak out from Oyaka. That somebody, you know, has submitted this and submitted that. You know, you now find it in public space. You know, without getting it in court. No, you can't get that kind of thing.
So say kudos to Oyaka for...
And we have a website, you know, where people can submit their petition.
All right.
And everything about Oyaka, you find it in the, you know, on our website.
All right, sir. As a finance expert or consultant, I'm sure you are one. How would you describe the present economic situation in Nigeria?
In shambles.
In shambles?
Yes.
Why did you say that?
Yes, I've always been saying it, and you know, we continue to say it. We only pray that the government at the center listen to us. I don't pity the state governments. The reason why I say that, you know, let me say this: I pity the state governments. In the sense that people feel that they have very critical role to play. You know.
That the state government has critical roles to play.
Whereas, you know, they don't have that responsibility and they don't have that power to do it. You know, the policies of government, you know, are turned out by the federal government. You know, the armed forces are controlled by the federal government. You know, almost every key agencies of government, you know, are controlled by the federal government. You know, and like I said, the policies that drive the economy are controlled by them. You know, so the state government have no control over it. They don't have any say on it. You know, so by implication, it's the federal government that has that responsibility to direct the economy, you know, of the country aright. You know, so, but unfortunately, some of the policies they have been turning out, you know, have not been properly thought out.
Let me talk about production now. So how do you expect people to go into production, even government, with all these electricity?
I'm talking about, you know, having the infrastructure in place. You know, you don't remove it, you know, abruptly. You plan for it. You know, that's what is done in the advanced countries. And let me tell you something, even in the advanced countries, we have specific areas being subsidized by the government. In UK, you know, in US, there are some specific areas being subsidized by the government. So if you want to remove this, we are not saying you shouldn't remove it. Let it be over time.
Over time.
You know, you provide electricity. Let the power be steady. The power is epileptic. You know, nothing can be done meaningfully. No production can be done meaningfully with epileptic power supply. You know, the roads are bad. We have insecurity everywhere. You know, and you just remove it, you know, anyhow. Abruptly, without planning for it. And that is what has created untold hardship. That fuels inflation. You know, it made inflation to rise radically. Whereas, you know, the income of people, you know, are not progressing, even coming down. So thereby making the standard of living of people to crash. And that's why I said, you know, they're floating the exchange rate. You don't float an exchange rate, you know, when you don't have production, where you are importing everything. So, and that's why you are having the exchange rate of naira to the dollar, maybe at 1,500, it was 1,600 before, 1,700 before. What kind of thing will you do if you are importing any item? It comes as increased cost, and you have to, produce and also pass the body to consumers. And that's why I said, so most of their policies are not well thought out. And you are having insecurity everywhere. Government is not diversifying the economy. They are only, paying lip service to diversification. What are we producing in Nigeria? Nothing. They said even pig we are importing.
Toothpick, matches.
You are having food insufficiency. Food deficit everywhere. Then how do you grow an economy like that? What do you now have to export? For you to be able to have foreign exchange. The budget of the nation has always been in deficit. We are borrowing almost on weekly basis, to borrow.
If you are made probably the Minister of Finance, yes, what will you do differently from what is being done now?
It's not that those policies are not good, no.
But they are not meant for this.
But they are not meant for this environment.
Yeah.
Any policy you are bringing, you have to domesticate it to our own local environment. You can increase, interest rate.
Okay.
Why? Because we want to dissuade a lot of people from borrowing. Because we want to, mop up the cash in
circulation.
That is on the basis of the fact that we have excess money in circulation. That is because too much money in circulation are chasing fewer goods. That's why you have inflation. That's the concept over there. Here, it's not like that. There may be more money in circulation, but only few people have that
money. Yeah.
The sizable number of people don't have that money. So if you now, increase interest rate, what you are saying is that the cost of production should increase more. And following the inflation. And that's why I said some of those policies are not meant for our own local environment. Whatever policy you are bringing, you domesticate it to our own local environment. That's how it can work. It's not that you now bring it to hook, line, and sinker and implement it here. So if I made the Minister of Finance today, I will rejig some of those policies and make sure that it conforms with what we are doing in Nigeria. Our experience in Nigeria.
Something that will benefit the common man. Because what the common man knows that I want to eat. 3 square meals I can't even afford.
Yes, you can't afford it. And average Nigeria is suffering. Like I told you, power is epileptic. What they have done now is to even segment it. You have to band.
And like one of my colleagues will say that it is bandless. That not even know the band it belongs to.
The more you can pay, the more you enjoy the power. So if you happen to be in band A, that means that they will be charging you more. 3 times or 4 times more than people in band B or band C. So the moment you can pay for that, you enjoy it. So an average Nigerian cannot pay for it. And they are in darkness. They can't even carry out their businesses. When they get home, nothing like pleasure.
Nothing.
So, and those are the kind of things we are experiencing in Nigeria. And average Nigeria is not enjoying anything. And when an average Nigeria also, is going somewhere, he has the fear of being kidnapped. He has the fear, of being killed one way or the other. The environment is not secured. Even kudos to the Southwest governors, particularly Governor Seyi Makinde, for the introduction of Amotekun. Would have been in serious mess, in the Southwest. If we had relied solely, on the police and the other federal, government agencies, they wouldn't have been able to contain the insecurity. You know, so kudos to them. They can do more. The only way by which they can do more is if federal government empowers them to be able to do it. If they give them the right, you know, to empower, you know, the Amotekun, you know, they can stem the tide, you know, and bring insecurity to, you know,
what about state policing?
Yes, to also ahead. You know, if the government can grant state police, why not? You know, we have been speaking about it, you know, every time. You know, we hope that Mr. President uses his power to ensure it comes to, you know, fruition. You know, and I want to implore the legislators at the federal level also, you know, to accede to it. Okay. They are also living within the country. You know, if they have the security personnel guiding them, you know, that is not applicable to all Nigerians. Nigerians are at risk. When they are going to work, they are at risk. When they are doing, they are at risk. You know, let them grant state police.
Okay.
Let each state have it. You know, they said policing is local. You know the terrain. You know, or you know the language they speak. So if you are able to deploy state police, it will combat it significantly. Okay. More than what we are experiencing now.
All right, sir.
You know, and that's why I want the government at all levels, you know, to be conscious of that fact. People are hungry. You know, you need to see even the quality of food that people are eating. You know, anybody earning maybe 150,000 and below now, I wonder how they survive. You know, and when you have a family of 4, and you are collecting 150,000, what will you do with it? You have to pay school fees, you have to pay rent. You have to eat. You know, your clothing is there, and so on and so forth. How will you survive it? You know, so, and that's why so many people have become wayward in society, particularly ladies.
We are talking about the government, insecurity, what the government should do. What about the citizens?
Yes, and they should also,
they should also protect themselves.
Yes, before I talk about the citizens, you know, they should create a enabling environment for businesses to thrive. I want to go into this, I want to go into that. You know, if there are no enabling environment, I may not be able to do it. Even if I have the capital will be eroded. You know, and that's why you see somebody, you know, he invests 1 million naira in business today because of inflation, you know, because of devaluation of the currency. You know, the next 1 month or 2 months, it has reduced to about 500,000 naira. And that's why so many people don't want to go into investment. You know, so people on their own part should also brace up. When you are having challenging situation in any economy, there are opportunities there. They should explore those opportunities.
Because despite all these challenges, people are still making it.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, whenever you are having challenging environment, there are opportunities there. You know, I want to give you an instance. You know, we didn't have this advent of social media platform before. Now we have, you know, it. A lot of people are making waves.
Exactly.
Through social media.
Yes.
You know, we are asking to find some people, you know, spending money on it and not realizing anything.
Exactly.
You know, so we have a lot of, you know, opportunities. There, you know, it's not everything that you have to, you know, jabber to the advanced countries and be doing many jobs. You know, we have so many opportunities they can, you know, explore in Nigeria, in spite of the dwindling economy. If someone is earning 800,000 and below, you know, a salary or as income, you know, you don't have to fear the payment of tax because that person is exempted from tax, and it's a big relief. That means that money that you ought to have spent, you know, or as tax can now be used
for other things.
I'm being careful here. You know, I say for your needs, not for your want. So now, then if you have businesses, you know, incorporate operated businesses, and you are not earning income, turnover, beyond 100 million. They are not supposed to pay anything to government.
Okay.
So it's a big relief to them. So that means that government has indirectly given them working capital. Because the money you want to have paid as tax cannot be plowed back to your business. So these are wonderful initiatives. I commend them for that. So, and if you don't comply, government has increased the sanction. The penalties are, you have to pay. Now, it's more than before. So I want to encourage people, I want to tell them, they shouldn't see tax as a body, but rather they should see it as obligation to the government. Comply in such a way that they will avoid, penalties and commission, alongside the original tax they ought to pay to the government. And
for government to provide the necessary basic amenities.
I've told you.
Social amenities for the people.
Social amenities, they should be accountable, transparent. So, and deliver good governance for the betterment of the people.
Looking at the judiciary, can we now say that their checks and balances enshrined in the constitution of this nation?
You see, the judiciary, are performing very well. But they can perform better. The reason why so many people are accusing the judiciary of a non-performance is because of the late justice, and they say the justice delayed is just denied. And what government should do? One, have more judges. Create more courts. There are even specialized courts, maybe to try people of corruption, or people, who are performing, heinous crimes. So they can increase the cost and also create specialized courts. So if they do that, it will enable them to carry out their responsibilities more than before. Then government should remove this provision of amnesty in our constitution. That is a demotivation even to the judiciary. They take their time to convict somebody of crime. And maybe a governor or a president will wake up and grant the person amnesty. It demotivates them. It not demoralizes them. Those kind of things shouldn't be done. Maybe it is done to be able to free the prison a little bit, but that is the motivation. To the judiciary. There should be checks and balances. I agree with you. But government, should be able to do that, and one of the ways that they can do that is if they have frontline charge, if they collect their money as budgeted from the treasury without necessarily having to rely on the executive to do that. That would make them independent to a reasonable extent, and they can, discharge their responsibilities without fear of failure. That's one of the ways by which we can have, the rule of law.
All right. Thank you, sir. Now, what's your take? Recent U.S. invasion of Venezuela.
Well, I want to say that the U.S. has some reasons to do that, particularly because, the oil firms that invested initially in Venezuela, Americans, or their investments were taken away from them, and also the fact that, some of the drugs or something like that were produced from neighboring, countries near Venezuela, and they are allowing them to be moved to U.S. I say they have their reasons for that, but for bilateral relationship, U.S. shouldn't do that forcefully by coercion. But the reason why they are doing that is because Venezuela is laying more to USSR, and people that are opposed to the principle of USA. You know, that may be another reason why they're doing that. For bilateral relationship, and in order not to create unending rancor, you know, a war, you know, within that space, you know, they should do it more diplomatically. It's
been wonderful having this session with you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Prince Oyebade Oyedepo, FCA. I thank you very much for being part of the show for today. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm sure a viewer out there, I've learned one thing or the other from you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you very much. Well, we have been having conversation with Dr. Prince Oyebade Oyedepo, FCA, a man of many parts, as you have seen on the program. I'm sure you have enjoyed every bit of the interview segment for this day, and if you have, please join us same time next week when we shall be bringing another distinguished Nigerian on the program. So until then, bye for now.